Now we are online on YouTube. Okay, so let me start with the basics. Deborah, it's your first time here?
No, my second time with you.
All right, all right. I remember Mariana from other conversations, but I didn't remember you, but it's okay. So, girls, I know both of you had experience with Talk and Talk, so I will skip some rules. I know you understand you had to be respectful with each other. So you already know this is not a regular class. I'm not a teacher and I won't teach anything for you girls, but we are here today to talk about this, to talk about our relationship with money. And as I said before, this is an interesting topic for me because I don't know. I think everyone had to work and have to deal with money, all right? I'm not this kind of person who works because it's interest, I work because I need, and everything today involve money. We can't live today without money. So uh, this is the reason I brought this topic today. All right. So before we start, please, Mariana, Deborah, can you introduce yourself, please?
I can start. Hello, everyone. I'm Deborah. I'm 32 years old. I'm starting since December last year. Yeah, I think it's very recently, but I like to stay here. And I'm from Fortaleza, Ceará. Yes, very land hot. But now I'm living in Portugal right now with my husband. I'm a data analyst, but don't have a job now. But because this, I try my English, I improve my English here. Yeah, I appreciate stay here with you.
All right. So you go to Portugal and are trying to look some job opportunity as a data analyst, you say? Yeah.
Yes.
All
But in
right.
Portugal is mandatory English, yeah.
Okay. All right, all right. And even the Portuguese, it's a little bit different. I made some interviews with to a company in Portugal, and it was really fun talk with other people in Portuguese, but there is some differences. And
Yeah,
you,
sometimes
Mariana?
it's very fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to understand, and some words had other meanings. Even in English, we had this. For example, the last conversation after our conversation, I go to YouTube and I watch everything to watch if I make some mistake. And the last conversation, I tried to use the word resumir, but I say in English resume. But resume in English isn't resumir. It's summarize, and it's common mistake. Okay. And you, Mariana, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Mariana. I live in Casa Branca, São Paulo. I like to do sports, especially swimming and dancing. I have a doggy. He's 15 years old. I study economics and data science. I want to work in data area if it's possible in finance, something like that. And I'm here because I want to work abroad, and
All
I need to
right.
improve my English.
So you are in the same area as Deborah, work with data. but we want to work with data in financial systems. All right.
Yes.
So this is
If
a
it
good,
is possible.
yeah, this is a good topic for you. All right.
Yes.
I think, I don't know exactly.
I love
Uh,
it.
okay. So my name is Carlos. I'm 32 years old, as Deborah, and I'm married. I had two daughters. I work as a software engineer. I live in Ponta Grossa, Paraná, but I work remotely to a company in, I forgot the name, man. Florianópolis, Santa Catarina. All right. And that's it. The company that I'm working now, it's really, really good. I love being there. I think it's the biggest company I work in my life, and that's it. So let's start with our questions. Okay, so we are here today to talk about money, 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 money. And it's interesting because I had a daughter with 7 years old, and I don't know the reason, but my daughter always like to talk about money, and she was who inspired me to talk about this today. Okay, so girls, can anyone start reading the question number one and answering, and after your answer you can choose other people to start, please? Question number one. Mariana, Deborah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about finances and money. Let's start to you. Okay. We started the first question. In my opinion, sometimes, but it's now is pretty small for me. But yes, I feel excited about money. But when I have money, yes, no, oh, run out of money, yes,
Yeah.
yes, about
So
this.
you like to talk about money when you have your pocket full of money.
Yes, yes, this is interesting, but I'm lost my money, no.
Okay, all right. So isn't a boring topic for you, okay? All right. And you, Mariana, you say you like to you had the interest to work with data and finances. So this is a boring topic for you or no?
No, I've always liked to talk about the money. Since I was a kid, I like to talk about it. I was, as your daughter, I earned R$ 5 per month, and I saved it until I buy something that I wanted. I like it to go to the banks with my parents and talking about fees. I was
Oh.
I was crazy. And after I have a degree in geophysics, but in the middle of the course, I saw that I didn't like it because I was always reading about investment and money. And because of this, I study economics now.
All right. No, it's really interesting. Okay. Uh we already talk in other conversations, but in every conversation we know a little bit more about everyone. Okay. So as I say, I like to talk about money. My daughter, I don't know the reason if she earned this from me, but she likes to talk about money too. And sometimes for me, it's hard to talk because, how can I say, here in Brazil, isn't so common people talking openly, uh, in an open way with other people about money. All right. I don't like to talk, for example, how much I'm earning my work and those kind of information because I like my privacy. But when I found a friend of mine who likes to talk about kinds of investment, fees, like you say, and other stuff like this, I really, really like to talk because isn't so common here in Brazil to find someone who likes to talk about this. So isn't a boring talk for me. It's interesting, and I really, really like to talk about this. So it's is it wrong to make money taking into account the situation in our country and around the world? So with the situation nowadays, with people facing a lot of problems, sometimes I see, I, how can I say this? Sometimes it's common to people say, earn a lot of money, it's wrong, all right? If you had $1 billion of reais, $1 billion of dollars, you have to give your money to other people who are more had more necessity than you. So what do you think about this, girls? Do you agree or you disagree? What do you think about this? The question number 2, it's wrong or not, considering the country we live and people here. What do you think, Deborah?
I disagree because I don't have it wrong to make money. I think is exactly account the situation, exactly account about situation in my country. I have a saving, about saving my money, about my retirement. Yeah, I think it is about it. Do you have money? Because we can another situations, hard situation about do you can a lot of money. For example, my husband have a accident. I don't know English accident.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know if it's, I need money in this situation. About this, I don't have a wrong take my money.
All right, I agree with you. It's important to have some money, like a backup system, if something
Yes.
goes wrong. I know money can't, how can I say, can save someone, but it's possible to make better decisions. And you, Mariana, what do you think? It's right or wrong? I think I already know your answer, but I want to listen from you. Okay.
I think doesn't wrong, since the person earns honestly.
Yeah.
I think the problem is the money stolen, corruption,
Yeah.
low salaries, but no, because another person is rich.
All right. I agree with you and with you, Deborah. It's important to earn your own money. And I start to think this way when I was teenager with 13, 14 years old. I don't remember exactly, but I read remember the feeling of earn my first payment. I go to do a work and I receive my first payment, and that feeling inside of me, man, I'm earning this because I do a good job. This changed the way I this changed the relation that I had with my money. Of course, I spent with a lot of how can I say? I spent this first salary with how junk I don't know the right word in English, but eu gastei com porcaria, you know. And after this, I worked 30 days to earn that money, and in one day I spent everything, and that feeling inside me, man, I had to work more 30 days to earn my payment again. This changed the way I deal with my money, you know. So I start to make some savings, and I start to think about this, how important is for me had more money. I know we had people with with a worse situation than me, but I understand this. If I had some money in my, like a backup system, this can help me in other situations. I'm not so good with my healthy or my wife or my kids. I know the money won't save her with some problem happen, but this can help us to make better decisions, you know. So I think isn't wrong. I think it's important to deal with money, and especially start to think this way, you know, the importance of save some money. So Mariana, can you read number 3 and start to answer for us, please?
Yes. Do you agree that money can bring you happiness? I'm not a rich person, but I think it's more difficult not to bring you happiness.
Yeah.
Poverty, of course, can't bring you happiness, but I think when we have money, at least enough money to live, to travel, to do the things that we like, it's easier to be happy.
All right. All right. And you, Deborah, you are a rich girl. All right. 1 minute, girls. 1
Okay.
minute.
It's hard situation. It's a hard question.
Yes.
It's answer about this money and happy. Yes, it's hard.
So, Deborah, you are a rich girl who go to live in the other side of the world. So you are happy with your money. Money can buy you happiness. What do you think about this?
Actually, I am a brave girl, no rich girl. But this is hard question. I said Mariana, but I think the money you able to pay a lot of things, and sometimes you feel happy, yeah, or you can help another persons, but specifically happy, no. Yeah, but money is very good, and you can help another persons. Yes, I think this.
Yeah, I agree with you, girls. The money can't buy the happiness, because we don't have happiness being sold in a supermarket, you know. But it's really, really good when you have enough money to decide, I don't want to work today, you know. I want to spend this afternoon with my wife, with my daughter. I had a younger daughter with 2 years old, and sometimes I feel this way, you know. I wish had more uh, I wish had more money to make my own decisions, you know. For example, today, after our conversation, I have to go to work, because other way, in the end of month, I want to receive my payment, So if I had enough money to receive a payback, I don't know the word in English, but to live on what my investments gave to me, I could spend more time with my family, and making better decisions. This is the reason I want to make my retirement with 40 years old. It's a planning to me. I'm 32, so with more 8 years, I want to be retired. Don't to do nothing in my life, stay on the couch, only watching TV. And so this is what I think. The money can't buy happiness, but it's important to make better decisions, what you want to do. When you had more money, you how can I say, you can choose what you want to do for a living. And when you have um, less money, you have to do what pays you. So it's really interesting. Number 4. What's your connection with money? Are you good at putting it away? What do you think helps you save money well? Can you start answer the number 4, please, Deborah? What do you think about this?
Yes. I think I have a good relationship about money because I always save money about my retirement. Yes. My first salary the part is putting on saving. Yeah. I don't know in English, but it's poupança.
Yeah.
But I has teenager. Yes, I don't know about the investment. And the question is, I think I save a lot of money about retirement. Is now I saving Tesouro Direto is important for me about my I don't know in English, but retirement. Yes, it is important for me. It's important about the hard situation. Yes.
All right. So you want, when you go to be retired, you want on dependent INSS. All right. So
Yes, I afraid about
yeah.
this.
So you are working to don't depend only INSS, and you are making your own savings to this. All
Yes,
right.
in fact, it's fun right now is I'm living right now in Portugal.
Okay.
So and then I no pay in INSS because I'm living here and I pay in taxi here. Is hard or in situation when I go back to Brazil. Yes.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So you aren't, how can I say, in Brazil anymore, but you are thinking about this, about your future, even if sometimes you go back to Brazil to had some money. And you, Mariana, you are good or not saving your money, putting it away? What do you think?
Yes, I'm good since a kid. I like to save money. I like to invest too. But I forgot the word chip money back. And this is a problem too because I already stopped doing things because I don't like spend money, and I regret not had done some things because of this. So I have to learn how to spend money too
All right.
because I'm very money about.
I go to a website to
Penny picture.
Yeah,
Uh,
to look what is Mão de Vacas. I never think about this, and this is a good website. Teacher here in TalkNtalk give to me. So this website say cheapskate. I don't know the pronunciation.
Cheapskate.
Cheapskate. All right.
Sting too. Sting.
Yeah, there is
There.
more than one word to this, but this
Yeah.
website it's good because he don't this don't make a directly translation like Google Translate,
Mhm.
This website give the context, so sometimes you can use one word or other word to with the same meaning, and this website it's good because he puts the context of every word in English. It's really good. So there is more than one word to say mão de vaca.
Nice.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Sometimes my wife say this about me. Yeah, I'm a cheapskate person. Isn't what I want. I like to give to my wife, my kids, everything from the best. I suffer when I was younger without money. When I met my wife and we start to dating, I only earned 300 reais per month, and my wife is a physiotherapist, so she earned more than 2,000 reais in that time. So I start to date with a rich girl. In my mind, she was rich because she earned 2,000 reais and I only earned 300. 300. All right. And it was really, really hard in the beginning of our relationship because she, for example, she liked to go to a bar to have some drinks or go to a club to dance or something like this, but she had money to do this and I didn't have. So we had some how can I say, we had to talk about this, we had to do cheaper stuffs if you want to date with me because I'm studying, I'm in the college, I was doing the internship, uh, estágio, I think it's internship, and I didn't want so good like her, but she was a good girl and uh, she changed the way she lived because she wanted to spend more time with me. So we changed the situations to spend our free time. But even in that time when I was earning so less than my wife, I always put this in mind. I have to save money. I have to save money because I don't want to live this way my whole life. And I start to talk about this with my wife. Girl, you earn more than 7 times. You earn 7 times more than me. You had to save your money because you don't know what can happen tomorrow. But sometimes for my wife is more harder. Sometimes she spend money off the next 2 or 3 months without earning this. So I always say to her, você não pode, how can I say, você não pode gastar dinheiro. You can't spend a money you didn't receive yet. So there is a phrase in Portuguese says, contar com ovo no fiofó da galinha. So you don't know if the next month you will be paid, some problem can happen. So you only can spend what you have in your pocket, you know. So I had some problems in the past with credit cards, you know, and control the money. So this was teaching me how important is keep the money in my mind without spend everything. So I'm mão de sorrisal, you know. There is this expression here in Brazil: you can pass the river with a sorrisal in your hand without dissolve, you know. So Mariana is
You
a
dip in your swimming, no dissolver.
yeah. So Mariana is a cheapskate, and you, Deborah, do you consider
I
yourself
totally
number one?
agree if Mariana. I totally agree, but I don't know English. But now I did it. I'm a shake. Why not? This mean
Cheapskate. I think it's cheapskate or
cheapskate.
sting, miser. There is more
I'm
than
cheapskate totally.
yeah. So today we had 3 people here in Talk and Talk who are this kind. All right. So we diverge a little bit of our conversation. So let's go back. We are in the question number 5. All right.
5.
Everyone answer this because I'm totally lost now. Mariana, Deborah, and me already answer. So let's go to the number 5. Mariana, can you start, please?
Yes. Can being organized help you with saving money? Can you give an example? Yes, I think we can save a lot of money when we are organized. We can make spreadsheets with our expenses. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's expenses.
Salary and expenses. We can write down what we are what we are spending on, doing some calculations, this kind of thing.
Yeah. And you, Mariana, you are the type of person who is organized or not? You write everything you spend or no?
Yes, I like it to make spreadsheets.
All right. And you, Deborah, you are like Mariana or not?
I agree with Mariana a certain degree because I don't like stretch, but I control my money if I control my money in my app, bank online bank, I don't know. And I receive my salary in parts is I put on another country because I think about the way about the money or in Tesouro Direto or another situation. But I don't think very organized about my money, but I'm saving always.
All right. I'm this way too. I like to write a little bit about my spendings, about the biggest ones. And I'm not crazy about write everything, you know. I had some friends, if they spend 1 penny, 1 cent, they write everything. I'm not this way, but I like to planning my month. In the beginning of the month, I go pay every I pay all my bills, you know, and after make some savings, like Deborah and Mariana said before. And after this, I start to planning the next month, what I will do, if I can buy something new for me or for my family or for my house. So in the beginning of the month, I make this planning about the month. If I can go, I don't know, go to eat something in a restaurant or those kind of things. So in the beginning of month, I make the planning, but I don't write everything every day, every spend I make. So it's more, it's a control, but not so crazy, about this. And girls, I want to make other questions without reading the questions. Everyone here talk about this, the importance they the importance we give to our retirement, uh, saving money and make some investments. Deborah says she invests on Tesouro Direto. Mariana talked about fees. So I want to talk about this right now. I don't remember if I make a question about this or no, but what how can I say, what kinds of investments do you do in your life, in your month, or during your week? How often do you invest your money, and what the way you put your money in the poupança, like Deborah said, or you put some ações, actions? I don't know. It's the word.
Shares, no? Shares.
All right. I think it's shares. All right. I'm not do you invest in the stock market or no? What do you do with your money in this type of investments? Mariana, can you start, please?
Yes, I invest in Tesouro Direto here in Brazil, stocks, but now I started investing in United States in dollar, in EFTs.
All right.
I think EFTs because I want to invest more in dollar than in real.
Okay. So EFT, it's like an ETF in Portuguese.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like an index to some companies and those kind of things. I understand a little bit about investments. I'm learning this, so some vocabulary about this, it's new for me. And you, Deborah, you only invest in Tesouro Direto, or you had other type of investments?
Right now, how can when I said Tesouro Direto, it's a mailing money about my retirement, but I have a part in Tesouro Direto too in my budget in budgeting my life. Yes, 1 month, 1 year. And I think I have I don't know English, but is, oh my gosh, I forget, is shares, but is shares, but she only have I don't know, retorno. This
With pay you back, all right?
yes, pay you back.
Like I forgot the name, like a Barsi. Do you know Barsi?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Yeah. It's only receive money.
Okay.
For example, in banks, only banks, for example, Itaúsa, like this.
Oh, it's really good when you receive money without having to work, you put your money in there, and after some time, you receive more money, you can buy more that because the company pays you. This is really, really interesting.
It is so fun.
Yeah. So
this is like a game. but
Yeah.
it's a little hard, but it's like a game.
Yeah, it's more harder because in a video game, if you lost, you can start again, but this is real life, and if you make a wrong investment, you lost money. And for me, cheapskate guy, it's really hard to to throw away my money, when I lost money, it's really hard. So I make some investments too. I'm not so advanced like you, Deborah. I think I'm not so advanced like you, Mariana, too, because I'm trying to build my emergency reservation. All right, because I want to have in my bank 6 months of salary and my cost of living per month. So I want to achieve this value. My planning to this is after I achieve this, I want to start to buy some stock options or shares, like you say, Deborah. But I want this kind of shares, like you say, who pay me back about my investment, and this way I can put the money of my pocket and the money of the pocket of the company to earn even more shares and had a bigger investment. So I'm studying about this 2 years, I think, right now. But even the traditional market, I make some investments in cryptocurrencies, because I'm a guy who work with software engineers, so I like technology. And when I start to study about Bitcoin, this opened my mind, not only because I want to be rich using Bitcoin or those stuff, I already passed this time of my life, but nowadays I understand the technology who involve this, and I make some course in a university in Chypre. Chypre, it's located on near from Grecia, if I'm correct.
But I mean,
Uh,
Cyprus is
Chypre, it's a country close to Grecia. I
okay.
don't Chypre. I never listened this word before go to do that course, but after this I make some research about this, about this country, and they are really close to this kind of technology. The Nicosia University in Chypre had a lot of research about this, about cryptocurrencies, about Bitcoin and other stuff. So this is the reason I make that course in there. So this opened my mind about this new type of investment. And nowadays, everything is more cheaper. We are coming from the last year of everything going down. So I'm I had some cash to bought more, but I had this plan. I spent, for example, $100 every week about in Bitcoin and other stuffs. But in the beginning of month, I get 20 to 30% of my payment and put to build my uh, emergence reservation. All right. So this is the investment that I'm making right now. I know it's only the basic, but I decided to do this because I lost some money in the beginning when I start to reading about this and wasn't good. So I'm being more cauteloso right now. All right. So let's go to other question. All right. Girls, did you bought some cryptocurrencies in your life or no? It's a crazy thing. Never think about this, Deborah, and you, Mariana?
Not
No.
yet.
Not
No.
yet.
I want.
Yeah, all right. I know people had this kind of thinking. I will be rich, if I know some guys who make crazy stuff. I know a guy who sold his house because she want to invest in forex. I don't know if it was forex, telex free, those kind of things. He sold his house because he had in his mind this kind of thinking. I will be rich if my house uh, value is 100 reais, for example, 100,000 reais, I can make 1 million. And after I start to study about money and investments, I had this change in my mind, because I know I won't say impossible, but it's like a lottery. If you put money in there, you can lost everything. So I don't expose myself to the risk of ruína. Não se expor ao risco da ruína. I learned this, so I'm more careful with my money. So I put a small money in Bitcoin, and the biggest investment it's to my retirement, to my emergency reservation. But it's good. It's good. Sometimes you can maybe make some research about this. It's really, really interesting.
Bitcoin sounds challenging.
Yeah.
For me. Yes,
But
Bitcoins. Because go ahead.
I will ask you why you think it's a challenge for you.
Because it's sounds for me is like a challenge hard, and it's a lot of information about this. Is for me it's about a lot of money Bitcoins, but
Yeah.
I never study Bitcoins, but only listening about the Bitcoins, but never study Bitcoins.
Yeah. What is most important to me about Bitcoin, it's I think this way, I had, for example, 10,000 reais in my bank account, but that money sometimes isn't like it's my money. It's more like it's the money of the bank, because if I want to spend that money in the weekend, or if I want to spend that money during the night, the bank don't allow me to spend my money, and this I think it's a little bit wrong. I had to, if I want to go to the bank and I want to receive everything I had in the bank, I have to make some advice with 3 days before go to the bank, and I have to say to my management what I want to do with that money. So sometimes the money in my bank doesn't look it's my money. It's more like the money of the bank, because I had to say what I want to spend, or those kind of things. And the most interest part of Bitcoin for me, it's this: if I want to spend my money, anyone can stop me. So this bring more attention, because if you do some mistake, you don't have customer service to call and, man, something goes wrong with Bitcoin, can you help me? You don't have this, but you are free to choose what you want to do. If I want to send you 1 million of reais, Deborah, or you, Mariana, anyone, you ask me anything. So this is the most interest part. And when I start to study about this was the most interesting part for me. Of course, in Bitcoin, we had a lot of scams like everything nowadays. Pix was invented 2 years ago, and nowadays we had a lot of scams using Pix, but even Pix is something Bitcoin do more than 10 years ago. You can send money to anyone around the world without paying taxes. If this is what the most hard part for me before the Pix, because I want to send you money, Deborah, or for you, Mariana, I had to pay to my bank to send the money, so I don't like to pay taxes, and this makes me crazy, and this is the reason Bitcoin was so interesting to me. But of course, there is some scams around this, but everything nowadays, we had people trying to steal other people's, but it's interesting. Okay. We are running out of time, but I think we can go to at least one more question. Let me check question number 9. Okay. Question number 9. What age do you want to stop working, and how much money do you think you will need to keep living your life the way you do now? Deborah, you talk about this. You want to be retired, but in which age you want to stop to work?
I plan my retirement, but I never stop thought about this specific age. But I think, I don't know, it's normal. It's normal retired is 16, for example, but never stop think about this.
All
Yes.
right. But you don't have a number in your mind to what you think it's necessary. I had to achieve this 1 million, 2 million, 10 million of highs, for example, to be retired, or no?
No, because it is I think it's life is like a holocaust. Yes. And I try save a lot of money if I can, que eu posso. And this is try saving a lot of money about my life. Yeah, but no have a specific age, or no have a specific big number. Yeah.
All right. And you, Mariana, you are ready thinking about this or no?
I'd like to stop working at retire at a young age, but it's impossible because I don't even have a job. First, I have to find a job in Europe that I want. And save money.
Neither.
So I know it will be impossible, but
No, isn't impossible. You are 20 years old, Mariana?
30.
All right. So
Old.
I know sometimes this looks like this is so far away from me right now, but the time passed so fast. I remember 10 years ago when I was 22, when I make a concurso to be a police officer in Brazil, and that time I remember the way my brain worked. Sorry, But nowadays I'm seeing this, how the time passed so fast, and this is the reason I want to make some plannings about my retirement. I want to be retired at 40 years old, but I don't want to stop in this age, I want to have the freedom to decide if I want to do this or that, So I had a number in my mind. I don't know exactly if this will be possible, but I'm working to achieve this number. My first goal is to have 100 mil reais in my bank account. I'm far away from this, but this is my first baby step. And after I achieve this, I want to achieve other numbers in my life. So girls, it was a good conversation. We are running out of time. I sent for you the link of our survey